Welcome back to Football Coach episode 63. 4 games left in the season, and for the moment we have a winning record, but we have a difficult close, except for the fact that we are at home for all 4 games that remain. This is going to be the toughest winnable game, I think, anyway, that we have on the calendar. 5-3 against 5-3 Indiana. Indiana won the conference just a year or two ago. We are 1.5 point favorites, and we do have a slight talent advantage on offense, though. It's even, like across the board, so we should be able to put up about 30 points in theory today. And on the other side of the ball, it's a little bit of give and take. Their rushing game should really struggle. They're not going to have good pass protection, but they do have that slight advantage in the pass game that could balance that out. This could be a real shootout. We have not been good historically in the rain, and with the 55% chance of rain, we'll see. Matchup history against Indiana? We've won one. We've won one in the 2036 season, though. That was on the road, too. 27-21 that we beat them. So, maybe, but the last 2 years have been pretty rough for us. Indiana is the number 1 rush offense in the nation, and they're next to last in the passing game. So they are very much one side of the ball only, but they seem to have a pretty good defense. Last week we played the number 11 team and beat them. This time it's the number 12 team that we're going up against this time around, and not a huge difference. In fact, we're starting to get pretty well favored in a lot of these categories. They've got good offensive coaching, not good defensive coaching. So you can see where they're vulnerable. We're going to need a good day from our offense, and we're going to need a few stops. They've got an 87 for their senior quarterback, who's one away from 100 completions already, over 1,000 yards, 7 per attempt, 66%. 8-4 though, so it's a good quarterback to support what is a strong running game. Almost 1,000 yards for McMillan already, 6 yards per carry, but he's actually not that great. They go into the game completely healthy, though. We have 2 injuries, including our number 2 receiver and our number 1 lineman. One of them still playing, the other one out for a couple of weeks. Starting the game in the second quarter, we trailed by a field goal. We've just punted, and they ended up with a really good return at a 3rd and 7 that we are able to make a stop on, but they're going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 3. We are not able to get the stop, though, and they march down the field. Can we hold them to a field goal on this occasion? Well, 3rd and 7 gives us a chance, and they will step up, kick the field goal, down 6-0. Who is starting right now? Is it Davis, or are we? I guess we'll find out in a second. Not without throwing. It's Davis, and Davis is intercepted, giving away really, really good field position. Not the start you would want in this game at all. Cover 1. It's 3rd and 2 on a team that is going to run. So why don't we go man and engage multiples? We'll go cover 1, add in a blitz. Not enough to get the stop, though. It's a run. It's like what's coming with this team. Cover 3. Okay, gap press, 3rd and 9. There we go. We get another stop. And not only do we get a stop, but it's a missed field goal. Just a 36-yarder there. You wouldn't expect the miss. We've lucked out. It's not raining. Will that give us the chance? So far, we have not been very good in this game, and I think it's probably time to bring in, Davis, 2 for 7. And 2 interceptions? Yeah, he's heading to the bench. He's got 171 of his 200 attempts, and we still have the Oregon game ahead of us. He'll get there. So Pearson, already 1 completion on just 1 attempt. A much better start. Run game not going very far for us, but triple option becomes an option when you've got becomes a good choice when you have the legs that Pearson has. It really opens things up. Quarterback power gets a gain. Halfback zone weak. 3rd and 2. I think we're in a 4-down territory as long as we don't go backwards like we did. And so we're going to go to the air instead, and it's incomplete. 2-minute warning. 3rd and 1. Don't think we need to cover sync here. I think we can blitz, engage 8. They get just enough. Really think we can do a lot of blitzing today with a run game like they have. Gap press. Big stop there. Big stop. That's a sack on the quarterback. Cover 4/4, 3rd and 15. I don't know we need to go that deep with it, but you figure they're going to go to the air here. So I guess, yeah, we'll stop. Punt. 55 seconds left. Clock stopped. We're going to get the ball back. 46 seconds, all 3 timeouts. I don't think we want to run here. I think we actually do want to go to the air and see what we could do. Flanker curl, okay, that's fine. Short gain, though. Smash digs, no. Drive, yes, okay. 33 seconds. Yeah, we're good. Clock stopped. Going short's okay, because it works when you get a first down. 28 seconds. Midfield, maybe a chance to get on the board. Might end up being a field goal scenario, but let's see if we can get a good slot outs as a good dump off to get yardage, but incomplete this time. And that's across the middle too. Cross flood. 3rd and 7. You don't mind going for it on 4th down. I mean, you're almost heading for the locker room anyway. So 4th and 5. Change the play. Is there a special teams fake? No. Slot drive. Lots of good options there. Almost all of them would result in the first down. It's incomplete. 12 seconds left. And that's the half. No score for us, but we're only down by 6. Pearson has had his pass intercepted. That's our 3rd interception of the day. This is looking like the opposite of Tulane, where they somehow were kind of in the game despite 5 turnovers. Well, that's 3 already, all interceptions, and really dangerous field position now. But we know what's coming with them for the most part, so we're just going to go crazy and blitz today. Not on that occasion. It's a run anyways, so it's we read it right. We stacked. There was 3 guys going into this zone, and they couldn't get the stop. We're down 13. Nothing on first, just a little bit on second. Play action, comebacks, fake the handoff. That works. Halfback zone weak. That works. Halfback mid draw. That works as well. Outside zone, a first down. Zone weak. Outside zone, a little too much. Quarterback power, though, brings it back inside. Sets up a manageable 3rd down. X follow? No, but a 37-yard field goal with 90% chance gets us on the board finally. So big turn of events there. Under smoke. Just enough for the first down. Multiple blitzes, but we're slowing them down, and then they'll get one big play to keep things going. That's the 3rd time in a row that our defensive coordinator wants to call that one. Just go with the outside linebackers here. No, come on. It's runs. It's runs. It's not plays through the air. That was through the air, but it sets up a 3rd and 3. And you know this team. You know what they're going to do. Gap press. Got the stop. Field goal defense. We're talking about a 49-yarder with just a 30% chance, and it's missed. Love to see it. Love to see it. We are fighting back. Power read. Good. Another read option. Short pass. That's 9. Triple option. Can go really well or just come up short, but it comes up short. But sets up this one for the first down. Tight end stick. Okay. 4 verticals for the end zone. Taking a shot at the end zone right now. It's a decent time for that. But it's also apparently a good time to get sacked. Corner strike from 3rd and long. Gets us back to a manageable 4th and sets up a good field goal situation that we convert to get back within a score. They try to return the kick, which actually gives us a better option. I will always blitz at least one against this team the rest of this game. Just knowing that they're going to be on the ground most of the time, but they are suddenly going to the air a little bit more right now, and it's the one that's actually getting them a little bit of a gain. 3rd and 2, and got the stop. A punt. Fourth quarter, just under 10 minutes, a score behind. We pick that one up from the 1 and bring it back out. Would that have gone into the end zone for a safety? For a touchback? One would have hoped. If he's catching it at the 1, that was probably going in. Come on, we got crowd support. Let's go. Inside zone. No. Drive. Yes. 8 yards. 3 to go. All hitches going short. Yes. No. It's a punt. It is not time. That's too dangerous to take a stop from there. The defense has been much better. They got 2 stops already, setting up 3rd and long. 27 yards. That's that good quarterback for you. Even with all these guys going in there, we still can't seem to hold them. 3rd and 2. Gap press, yes, perfect time for it. Got the stop, but they're back to a 10-point lead with just 4 minutes to play. And they're already in the chew clock scenario, and then you go for the return here, again from the 1. Not the scenario you want. 4:17, definitely up tempo. Okay, here we go. Fake screen wheel, no. Outside zone on 3rd down, we're going for it on 4th. Midline read option. Got it. 10 yards for Grant. Great read there for Pearson. 3:33. 4 verts. That works. Somehow. Oh, it's a scramble. Pearson with the scramble. Inside zone. We need a 1st down. Yeah, I'm okay for that. Flanker dig. 3 minutes. Smash corners. No. 3rd and 7. Go short. I don't think they're going to expect short right now. Okay, multiple slants middle. Got the 1st. Slot corner. Gained 1. And the clock's running. Not at that point, you'd rather drop it and just take 0 yards, but take the clock stopping. 3rd and 4. Is that a good play? Not great. Good play action time, possibly. Not with a negative penalty though. Short. Okay, I guess we are going short after all. Curl flats. 4th and 4. Wide receiver smash for the game. Oh, or still have a shot in the game anyway. It's definitely not for the game yet, but we get 9 yards there. Get the 1st down at the 21. Clock still running. Slight penalty on the shallow cross. Okay, on the corner strike. Gain 5. Definitely not going for the deep shot here. Back to short. Quick slants with the tight ends. Got it. Down to the 5. 1st and goal. Minute 23. Halfback mid draws okay in this scenario, especially when you score. 16-13. The offense absolutely asleep until very, very late in the game with the pressure on. But it's an onside kick, and I haven't seen one of those ever succeed, and it fails here as well. We have all 3 timeouts. We still get a chance to get the ball back. 2nd and 11. They're going to run. You know they're going to run. Okay, the Bears fine. Slant weak. Stopped him. 56. 1 timeout left. We might still have time to get back in this game. 3rd down, though. I think they're still going to end up running. They do. I think they're going to force us to use that last timeout. So we're still going to 46 mid blitz. And stopped them. Good. Clock stopped. No timeouts left. No return on the punt, and we've got 95 yards to go to win. We've got about 50. Well, no, more than that. We've got about 60, 65 yards to go with 40 seconds and no timeouts. Strong flood. Hey, that's a good start right there. That is a good start right there. Medium pass is already starting to get a partial penalty. What about deep? Deep's getting a massive penalty. That's not good. Stick with the medium then. Favorite smash digs. 9 yards. Ooh, that clock. Wide corner. 2 deep. 3 under. Well, get the 1st and please take it out of bounds. Oh, gosh. Pearson. Hail Mary with 9 seconds. No, not yet. Okay. Deep is down to, something manageable here. Shallow cross can go out of can go. Game over. We go for the one pass that you don't want to go for across the middle, and they stop it. We outgain them. It's the turnovers today. It was the turnovers. I mean, they only had 1 touchdown. We only had 1 touchdown, but they had 3 field goals and we had 2. And one of their scores came off of one of those turnovers, and they might have had a couple of those off those turnovers. Disappointing day because we held them in their run game. Very respectable number today. Their pass game was actually stronger, but they just didn't pass very often. And we had such a weak day with our quarterbacks. They were both pretty bad today, looking a lot like last season, and we dropped to 5-4. 30-3 against Oregon's not great. Drops us to 5-5, but we've got two games left. We've still got that chance to get that 6-6, but it's probably going to take a Hawaii victory because South Florida is number one in the conference. Our two offensive linemen, two new injuries, two minor injuries, and two recoveries, including getting back our number 2 receiver. So it's a little bit of a kind of mixed bag on that one. We're missing our number 2 and number 3 linemen. We're getting our number 1 back to full health. Yeah, a little bit of a trade-off, but we do have somebody ready to sign. It's a 61 overall lineman who's a B-, and he will sign with us. Well, we've now completed our promise to Eric Davis. He's got 200 pass attempts on the season. We don't need to put him in unless Pearson's having a real bad day anymore. He's got almost 1,000 yards on the year, 4.5 yards per attempt at 55%. It's looking better than last year, but not much. 4 touchdowns and 1 interception has become 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. What was just 3 or 4 sacks has become 11. All in his last 2 games, maybe 3 games, plus a big negative on carries, meaning he's been sacked a lot, right? 11 times. And 6 carries otherwise. And so he's just not making up the difference. So Pearson, yeah, he can be the guy from now on. In his case, he's at a very similar almost 1,000 yards, 5.5 yards per attempt, but 70% completion, much higher, much higher. But he's also only got 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 11 sacks. Big difference, 244 yards on the ground. He keeps drives alive that way. Otherwise, yeah, they're still incredibly similar. He completes more passes, but he does a lot of dump-off shallow passes that don't amount to a lot of yards and rely on the receivers, who have been known to cough up the ball a little bit. But he still gives us all that extra yardage on the ground. So we'll let him finish out his senior year as the main guy from this point, unless he's struggling in a game. USF had started the season at 7-0, but they've lost 2 of their last 3. They've dropped to 8-2. They are a little bit vulnerable. We are at home. The 60% expected rain has not happened. It's cloudy. Well, this is good circumstances for us. Now, they are better than we are on paper, but barely. We both have an 82 offense. They just happen to have a 81 defense to our 80, so only slightly ahead. But they are healthy as a whistle. We are not. We are down a few guys, so it knocks us down a little bit from our best, but great first half. We're up 24-21. Nice return to open as well. I have not seen what the team has done as I quick simmed right to that halfway stage. And we're already set for a 3rd and 8. But Pearson, with completion there, 12 yards, gets the first down, moves the sticks. 2nd and 2, great position to be in. Play action, crossovers, a little bit of a penalty. I'm going to give it a shot, though. I think it could be a good play under the circumstances, and it does work out exactly as one would expect. My focus for the very first time this week, knowing what kind of quarterback we have, was option plays. And that one gets us 16 yards. The inside cross goes backwards, though. Pearson sacked. That has not happened much this season at all. 2nd and 14 is not a good time for the halfback off tackle. I'd rather actually use one of those option plays again here to see what happens. Read option, 2 very different directions to go, and Pearson does not choose the right one. Setting us up for a likely field goal attempt here as we go forward a little bit, give ourselves a 90% chance on the 35-yarder and make it 6-point lead. Now they have moved the ball as well, though, with 3 touchdowns of their own as we begin their first drive of this second half. They're leaning pass right now, 3rd and 4. They got enough for the first down and another right after. 2nd and 9. Is this an opportunity to shut it down? No. Not a 1st and goal, but it is in the red zone. Negative play there sets up a 2nd and 11. Gap pressure helps. 3rd and 8. The buzz drop. They are going to have to go to the air. The run's not going to cut it. And we do stop them So we exchange field goals to open the second half. Slants middle. Good. Okay, middle slant. No. Let's go back to that option as long as I'm not getting punished for it. Midline read option. That's in or out depending on what you see, where the opportunity is, and that works decently well. 6 yards to the outside on Grant taking the outside rush. Slants, 2nd and 4. That's a good time for that. Halfback zone weak after the first down. Negative plays. Damn it. Okay, let's take the shovel option. Yes, that works well. 12 yards. Pearson keeping it himself. Inside zone. No. Running back can't seem to get it done on his own. Now we go to the middle slant with no penalty, and it works out well. Halfback gut. No. Let's take a goal line halfback dive. 50 yards. Let's take a goal line halfback drive. Got it. 2 tries, but we got it. Halfback off tackle. No, our running back's not doing terribly well, except on the option runs. So let's take the triple. 3 yards gained. End of the third quarter. Whew. Big drive now. Now that we're into the fourth quarter, this is suddenly a very important drive. 3 points helps, obviously, but might not be enough. Okay, run play option. Yes, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Inside zone, no. No, no. But we have not gone to the air for a while. Let's get those tight ends out in the flat. But I like the curl flats better. First down. That worked. That worked. Fullback inside. No thank you. Let's go back to the options. Read option. Mostly up the middle. That's what you want. That's where our best run blockers are. But we only pick up 2 yards. Strong flood goes backwards. Pearson sacked. And I think we're suddenly looking at a field goal scenario. 3rd and 14. I think you're close enough that the field goal should be a make. So let's try for the end zone. Shallow cross. Well, we get a decent gain out of that, but the dump off underneath nets us 8, setting up a 4th and 6, 95% chance, and we make it. 30-24, back-to-back field goals to open the second half, and it's already the fourth quarter. I've not seen our defense do anything, but right now it's 3rd and 13. Punt. Hell yeah, great stop from the defense there. Bend, don't break. That second down, knocking him back, sets up the 3rd and long that they gain a decent amount on, but not enough to get the first, giving us a new drive. 11 minutes, normal pacing. Yeah, it's way too early to kill clock, especially when we're only up 6. All hitches, short gain. Works out well. 9 yards. 9 yards there. Inside zone. No, thank you. You know where I'm going with this one. Power option. I like it. Take it to the outside. No, we can't cut the corner. 3rd and 3. Quarterback power. Oof. Are we in 4 down territory? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Pearson's legs. Got it done. Got it done. I trusted the AI on that one. I had my doubts, but I went with it anyway. And Pearson, 6 yards. Okay, curl flats, it's a good play to call. Not much there. Bubble screen, nothing there. And a halfback sweep weak is definitely not the one you want to go for. Let's go medium. Smash digs. Good old trusty smash digs. Got us nothing. We punt. Return to the 30, second down, 3rd and 8. And another punt. Well done. Now it's under 7 minutes. Let's start chewing some clock, though. We really need... We're going to go normal a little bit longer. If we get past the 50, I think that's where we start to chew clock, because then you've got a chance to get a field goal to extend it to a 2-score game. As a 1-score game, we could be killing ourselves as much as anything on taking that clock away. South Florida is incredibly capable of putting up a score up against it. So the inside zone is not the play I want to go to, but a short pass probably is. What do we got? 46Y cross, something a little different, and it works well. Speed option, that's the direction I do want to go with things. Is I want to run the options, but you can only run so much. This middle slant has not been working of late. I've not seen it succeed once. Do we want to go back to short? No. Let's go to medium. Play action. Comebacks. Does not work. 3rd down. Am I in a 4-down territory if I get it to 1 or 2 yards to win the game kind of thing? Not necessarily. So a short pass is not going to cut it either. But a deep pass is not what they're expecting either. Corner strike has not been working for me. Y corner. Yes, it worked! And we're past midfield. Now we can start to chew some clock. Quick slants works. Read option. 3rd and 5. Another run pass option. It's 3rd down. This is a kind of a good time for that. First, exactly 5 yards on that short pass. Okay. Now we don't need to go 4 verticals as we are chewing that clock. Now we can absolutely go with an option run and go with the read option through the middle. 4 yards. No on the halfback zone weak. The option is absolutely the go-to inside 3 minutes. Midline read option, inside or outside. 3rd and 4. There's their first timeout with just 2 minutes left. Now, do we want to play action this thing? I do. It doesn't work. 47-yard field goal to make it a 3-score game. Now, the problem here is if you miss, we're giving them good field position. 65% though is good odds, and 9 points would be massive. And we got it. We got the field goal. 33-24 with just 2 minutes left in this game. We definitely don't need to be blitzing a whole lot. We definitely need to get more guys in the secondary to stop any big plays. 2nd and 10. Man-to-man. 3rd and 10. Incomplete. There's the 2-minute warning as well. Buzz drop. 6 deep. 2 shallow. 4th and 10. Free safety zone blitz. When they're going to have to hang on to it a little bit longer. 2 guys blitzing, though. That's kind of dangerous. That is kind of dangerous. That's a risky play right there. All right. Cover 2 sink. Interception. Alec Rogers intercepts the pass. Now, that's actually not a great play because it's 4th down. Bat it down, we're getting the ball 20 yards further up the field. Very much on chew clock, but they still have 2 timeouts. Run play option plays are dangerous right now. But option plays are the only way we're moving the ball. 1 first down, and we're taking a knee. 1 first down. So, what'll it be? Not the triple option. Jet sweep. We want to go jet sweep. That actually could be a pretty decent play call right now. No, we need tight end blockers. Read option. This way. 1 yard. Okay, they're down to 1 timeout. Let's go with the shovel. Backwards. 3rd and 11. Minute 34. That's their last timeout. We're just about ready to run them out of clock. The problem right now is I can kill like 40 seconds knowing that I will have to punt. Or I can go for it and kill no time at all. I'm probably not going to get there because it's 3rd and 11. So, power read to the outside. Okay, punting at 53 seconds when we snap the ball. So we're taking off a lot of time. Remember, we're up 9. That's the key here. Time was more of a factor than us getting another score. That's why I went ahead and sacrificed the first down knowing we're going to have to give it away because we could take a lot of time off that clock and give them less than a minute. They got to score 9 in that less than a minute. And the punt brings them down inside the 10. Everything's going to be prevent defense from here, so they take the dump off and get the first down. They're going to take another dump off. We're down to 21 seconds. Down to 8 seconds. Man, 3 deep. Game over. We've beaten South Florida for that 6th win, and we could go into Hawaii and make it win number 7. Oh, not even in Hawaii. We're going to be at home. They're coming to us. 492 yards of offense today to their 348. 359 pass yards. 8 per attempt. 133 on the ground, which really isn't a ton. They did not run the ball. They didn't play much at all. They had so many 3 and outs or big plays. 34 first downs to their 18. But 25 of ours through the air. 10 for 19 to 2 for 9. There it is. There's that punt territory on over 1 where we were 2 for 2. They had 2 turnovers. We had none. We had 41 minutes of possession. What a day. Pearson, big one. Yeah, he gave up 2 sacks, but 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 38 for 45 with 359. I mean, that's massive. That is our best performance this year, I think, from a quarterback. And Pearson's going to absolutely play the next game or two. And with 6 wins, we're very much headed for a bowl game now. Coy, 98 yards on 9 receptions and targeted 9 times. Ellis did not have a great day. 6 catches on 10 targets. Little with 2 tackles for a loss and a sack and a lot of pass deflections, 5 of them to their 1. 2 interceptions, both from Rodgers, who did nothing else. Not a single tackle all day, but had 2 interceptions. Beam was 4 for 5 on field goals, and the only miss was beyond 50. New injury, though, Braylon Tate, he's only a 72 overall, will be okay. And we get 1 guy back from injury, so 1 receiver down, 1 back in. 2 guys, Alexis Antoine will sign with us. He's a B with A-. And then an offensive line, Moten, he will not sign with us. He was mixed bag on this one. I wanted him and I didn't want him. I wanted him because he's a 66 overall with B- potential. Almost 10 points better than most of the linemen were able to sign. Problem? Durability, D+. The other problem was if anybody on his 5 suggested favorites list, if any of them offered him, we were not going to beat them, as it was all big-time schools. 4-star guy, number 16 on the list, top 100 player overall. Well, 1 came in, Arizona State. Pearson, 38 completions and 84%, both records. Big day for him. Once again, a pretty high chance of rain, though, for that final game of the season against Hawaii, and they have won 3 of their last 4 after starting the season 0-7. They have improved drastically. They are rolling. That's not going to be an easy game at all, especially just historically how bad we have been against Hawaii. We did finally beat them last year. We've never even had anything resembling a win streak. 2 is not much of a streak, but it would be the closest thing we've ever registered to that, because we've literally only beat them twice, and they're certainly we're not back-to-back wins. So that's a big ask. But with 6 wins already, we should be headed to a bowl game. So that is 2 more to play on this season. This is a huge season for us. It's been mega. 2 close losses. Otherwise, we'd be at 8-3. Indiana, 7-4 now. The rest of that North Division, not doing great, but pretty much everybody around 500. Memphis, SMU at 8-3, and then we are next. But I don't see us getting, even if we beat Hawaii, I don't see both SMU and Memphis losing and giving us a window into being the team that would play in the conference championship. I don't see that being possible. I would think that one, if not both of them, will win that last game of the season. So, we're in the top 50. It's phenomenal. We've never been ranked so high. We're headed for a bowl game. We're ahead of South Florida in the rankings, even though they were in the top 25 just a couple weeks ago. Been a very, very good season, but there's still work to do, and definitely hoping for at least 1 more win. I'd almost rather see it beat Hawaii and get that 2 in a row, finally, and get that 7th win already locked down before we head to a bowl game, and then we're probably going to play somebody pretty good at 7-5, so probably won't be terribly competitive for that. So I'd rather see us beat Hawaii and just secure that 7th win and be done with it, and then go have fun with the bowl game. Heck of a year, though. Heck of a year right now. We are 24-24, 46th on offense and defense right now, and the offense has not had the greatest, but they're not that far behind the defense. Defense has been consistent, top 30. We're holding other teams. Getting up to that 80 has made a real difference for us, and we've made it hard on them. And we could make it hard on Hawaii. Hawaii, Not so good. Not so good. Anywhere, everywhere. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.